Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to repair rather than replace a Volvo blinker or indicator switch. Common failure or symptoms you'll see with these is that when you turn the blinker on, it'll either not come on at all, it'll work only intermittently, or maybe you'll see a 1 or 2 second delay between turning it on and the indicator actually starting to blink. And because this switch also activates the high beams, you can see these symptoms there as well. If you find this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. So the issue I'm having is the intermittent blinking. Sometimes when I'm turning right, it just won't blink at all. Sometimes I'll turn it on and nothing will happen for 2 or 3 seconds and then it'll start blinking. Sometimes I have to flip it on and off to get it to blink at all. And what's causing it is a little corrosion or dirt in the actual indicator switch itself. To fix it, actually, though, is pretty easy. All you're going to need is a T25 Torx bit, a couple Phillips head screwdrivers, some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, and a little bit of dielectric grease. All right, so let's tear this apart and see how easy it is to fix. So the first thing you'll find under the steering column here are these 3 holes which have Torx 25 bits. You can use a screwdriver, or if you have a long enough 25 bit, you can use a drill. Okay, that'll allow you to drop this down and lift that up. Now you see in there, you have these 2 just standard Phillips heads. You're going to take those off. And pull off this little cover. And then slide the blinker right off the column. Okay, once this is out, here's how it sits in the car. You've got your up, down, and your high beam. So those are all going to be controlled by this panel back here. So some of these have a little different look. Some have 2 screws, some have 1, but this should be roughly the same procedure for every P2 model. Take that off. On the back, you're going to find these contact points in here, and then the corresponding marks here. And you can tell, if I can get this right, you can see where it's a little bit worn and just a little bit dirty. So you've got a couple options. Let's see if I can show that nice and clear. So the contacts aren't too bad. Looks like they're in good shape, but you can definitely see some marking on the circuit board side. So what I found works well for me is just some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. Pour a little bit in the cap there. Just gonna get in here and clean these off. Yeah, just so you know, these can pop out, so be careful with that. Easy enough to get back in, but just don't be surprised by that. Clean that off a little bit. And on this side, scrub a little bit harder, because this is where most of the issue is. You can see some of the dirt that's coming off of this side. That's probably the blinker side over here. Yeah, we got a little bit more. So Not too bad, but just enough to be giving me some problems. And then this is the last step here. So I've got some dielectric grease in this spark plug, in this bag here. So I'm just going to take a little bit, squeeze it out there. And I'm going to put a little layer on here, a little layer on here. That's going to help keep it from getting corroded again as quick, and it's going to make it so that it still maintains contact and stays nice and clean. Last step is just fold that back over the way it was. Make sure the contacts are still in where they were here. And you're back together. Now you just gotta put it back in the car. Now normally, this is where you would say installation is the opposite of removal. And that's true, but just in case you pulled this off, like I did, see how it has some grooves there? They're gonna line up to the grooves in the top, and then you'll have the marks here. So you wanna make sure that that goes back and snaps into place how it's supposed to. And then the next thing, because you don't want to make this the same mistake I did, is when you put this back on, you want to make sure that it fits in the ridges. So let me show you that. Okay, so that's the top one going in. Same thing, you want to make sure the bottom fits up in, and it's all in place and ready to go. Okay, like I said, you want to make sure you get this side in, but don't forget that there's one on this side too, and you got to get the top in on both of them together, and then you can snap the bottom, and that's the easiest way to do it. But you're going to be frustrated if you get the other side all done and then you screw it back together and find that this isn't in. So got everything put back together. Let's light this up and see if I can get a failure. Oh, seems pretty good. High beams, one click. So that's all it takes to get this done. Hopefully you found this beneficial. Again, if you did, please like this video and subscribe for more.